I was asked some time ago by my foreign minister who was going to the United States. He asked me, what is our dependence on Russian energy? So I told him, and maybe there was a mistake in the audio, I said the Europeans buy in one afternoon what we buy in a quarter. So I don't know what happened in the question and answer session. He said, my colleague, the petroleum minister, told me Europe buys in one afternoon what India buys in a month. No, it's in a quarter. First and foremost, I would have no difficulty in subscribing to the assessment that we are facing a number of crises. It's not just one crisis. The energy crisis is there. It's real. I think I agree with the narrative you set out to provoke us into a discussion. I do have some doubt because you use the word unfolding. Let's make no mistake, oil at $110 a barrel constitutes a challenge for the entire world. The lead economy in the world, $20 trillion economy, facing inflation rates which are highest in 50 years. Another country with which I've had a long association, steepest decline in standards of living since the Second World War. I could go on and on. There are several elephants in the room here. And I think one, we need to acknowledge that we need to be able to navigate successfully out of the current crisis without adding more problems in terms of sustainability and going green. I totally agree with that. Now, let me give you some quick 7 points on what the Indian energy strategy is. And I encapsulate these 7 points in the words of the Prime Minister, who said, accelerating our efforts to move towards a gas-based economy. We're already moving from 6% to 15% of our overall energy mix. Cleaner use of fossil fuels, particularly petroleum and coal. Greater reliance on domestic sources to drive biofuels. Achieving the renewables target of 450 GW by 2030, increasing the contribution of electricity to decarbonize mobility, moving into the emerging fuels, including hydrogen, specifically green hydrogen, digital innovation across all the energy system. Let me, because of shortage of time, just pick up one issue. Biofuels. I was posted in Brazil around the period 2006 and 8. The government of India then was trying to go down the biofuels route. But all that we could manage by 2014 was a 1.4% of blend. Today, we are already doing 10% biofuels. In August and December, I have 2 of my plants coming up using second generation technology, producing 90 million liters of ethanol from agricultural waste and bamboos. A small example. We had a target of 20% biofuel blending by 2030. Because of the situation we find ourselves in, we are bringing it forward to 2025. So a target for 2030 is coming to 2025. Mr. Moderator, if the global crises that we are facing has taught us anything, we need to accelerate on the transition. And we're doing it in a large number of ways. But let me also share with you the perspective that we're a country where 60 million people go to the petrol bunk every morning to fill up. 60 million. One of the things that we need to ensure is to make sure that there is no energy shortage in any form in a large country which has a population of 1.34 billion. See what's happening to countries around India. I don't want to be, I'm merely stating a fact. 4 or 5 countries around India are in severe, dire straits. It's happening in countries all over the world. So we need to be able to navigate our way out of this current energy crisis and into an accelerated transition to green energy. By the way, since Russia is an issue which has been addressed, I was asked some time ago by my foreign minister who was going to the United States. He asked me, what is our dependence on Russian energy? So I told him, and maybe there was a mistake in the audio, I said the Europeans buy in one afternoon what we buy in a quarter. So I don't know what happened in the question and answer session. He said, my colleague, the petroleum minister, told me Europe buys in one afternoon what India buys in a month. No, it's in a quarter. We ended last year with 0.2%. Now we buy from countries around us. But if we are in a situation, and listen, I want to say this with a sense of responsibility, where energy supplies or the cost, energy will come in from any country. I have a submission to you. This gentleman sitting next to me is a friend of mine. I have many conversations. I do not believe that the world today is facing an energy shortage.
Exactly.
We are facing a situation where the amounts of energy being released in the global marketplace are short of the demand. That is what produces an inflationary situation. Now, I've been around long enough in a previous profession. I don't get into discussions on causation too easily. Whether that inflationary situation is due to trillions of dollars of stimuli that was put in or due to other factors, not important. Fact is, this is the situation. And if I think my German colleague raised the word, or someone, I think if we are going into a recession with a capital R, now if that happens, all these several multi-layered crises will reinforce each other. So, gentlemen, ladies, let me submit to you, we need to move on the green path faster, I have no doubt. But to manage a transition from where we are today to a sustainability path also means you have to survive today. Exactly. My friend brings in additional things we do. I agree with that. But we must be able to help each other at this point of time. Otherwise, if large economies start facing multiple pressures flowing from none, you may have new crises.